Shalom, shalom, Yashral. Yeah, I'm back. And I still love you, and I hope all of you, every one of you, are well. And just imagine that there are people who don't believe that I hope all is well. There are. I was gonna go to Revelations where it says they will be eating and drinking and marrying, and I'm gonna get to that. And I know there aren't too many people going to want to hear that, but you're going to hear it. If you put your ear anywhere near de facto and the remnant, it's going to hurt. If you love truth, though, it's going to perk up and get thoroughly satisfied, not from my voice or anything I could do, but just because I'm going to the Word and I'm reading it. But I got sidetracked from a little amazing little... You'll see. So I typed in faces like steeds, right? Because that's what I was talking about earlier. I did that to find my thumbnail for that video. So I'm looking at this, and I noticed they got these like weird magic cards, steed of Imlardros or something, I don't know. But I look down here, right, and I noticed Jason Steed, face-off Kindle, Mark A. Cooper. And the reason I looked at that is because my first cousin, his name is Mark Cooper. And we were like brothers. We used to be inseparable. He was a little older than I was. And you know how, just like in the last video, I said that when these people can't get any more blood, sweat, and tears or pain or agony from you, then they just assume shoot you as to look at you. They don't even want to hear your name ever again. And just imagine, I know y'all wonder why I am the way I am. You couldn't imagine. Just imagine a young kid trying hard to love people and be good to people, and in return getting a big F-U. But just, so much more than that. And it's always been that way. My cousin Mark Cooper, bless his heart, he figured out one day, it was revealed to him that he could use me to get to go to like high school parties and stuff, kegger parties, because I was like 4 or 5 years younger than him. And his dad was my Uncle Jack, the guy that I have talked about several times. And I've always said that he was the best man I've ever met. And I've never thought, or I can't remember one thing that he ever did that wasn't honorable and full of integrity and just love. And I loved him. And he loved me, and I think it was because he's seen what kind of life I was being a victim of. And he would always come get me, make me come stay with him, and he'd take me places and stuff. Well, his son, Mark Cooper, he figured out one day that as long as he put me in the truck, he could tell his mom and dad that he's going to like the mall or the movies or something, and they would never question it because I was in the truck with him. But we would go straight to a kegger party, an all-nighter. And his name is really Mark Pierce, but he's married to a Cooper. And he's so pussy whipped that his name, yes, is Mark Cooper. And I would just call him that. And I ain't got no reason not to. Men are supposed to be men, right? But I seen that, and I said, well, I wonder what that is. So I clicked on it. And I've told y'all before how stuff just gets thrown at me that has personal things that I can relate to in it. So last video I told y'all about the people with faces like horses, like steeds, running proudly, full of pride and shit. And then I read about those people who will escape, the poor, the abused. And there could be laughter coming out of someone's mouth right now over that. Just more to it. That is from a heart of no understanding. If you laugh at someone's misery, you're on a mad dash to that fiery hole. But look at this. Jason Steed. Let's read it. What it's about, you know. Well constructed, full of adolescent wish fulfillment, and almost believable. This is an undemanding page turner in the spirit of Alex Rider and company that will appeal to parents as well as kids. Kirkus, I wonder what that is. I'm going to save that. I'm just curious, because I'm a curious kind of guy, you know. Product description. Teen spy Jason Steed is under surveillance. His every move is being watched on what turns out to be his most dangerous mission yet. A nightmare reunion with a bitter enemy throws him once more in the path of death. Can Jason prevent his old nemesis' dastardly plan? Oh, you guessed it. A woman who has lost everything she cared for. Well, that's better than anything I know, because as far as my relationships go, I've never seen anything they cared for except for greedy gain. A woman who has lost everything she cared for and who just happens to have a deadly weapon and a serious grudge against the free world. She will stop at nothing and is after more than just his life. Mark Cooper is ranked alongside Enid Blyton and Anthony Horowitz as the most original and best spy kids authors of the century, according to New York Times. Well, I come down here, I'm just looking around here. I see Mark Cooper, okay, and then I see this, marked, little Lenny and Enigma. And I click on that, and I want to read what it's about. Because am I doing this because I read these kind of books? Heck no. I would set them on fire. I'd have a kegger party with a bonfire of a massive scale, just full of books like this, and we can just light them on fire as far as I'm concerned. Description: a powerful evil, a deadly destiny. Will a young warrior fulfill his calling or doom millions of lives? Komar has always been an outcast. Despite his incredible skill, that's wrong, his mysterious origins have kept the tribe from giving the 19-year-old the respect he craves. But when the young warrior suffers a shocking act of violence, he sets off from the only home he's ever known in search of justice. Guided by his mother's medallion, Komar and a growing band of allies stumble across a mythical temple from a lost civilization. But as they reveal unthinkable magic and dark secrets, the group unknowingly triggers a bloody prophecy, one that could send black magic invaders swarming across every corner of the continent, or even something more deadly. Can Komar accept his destiny before a sinister force condemns the kingdoms to a devastating reign of ruin? Does that reign of ruin sound familiar to you? Marked is the first book in the Lenian Enigma epic fantasy series. If you like swords and sorcery and treachery and intrigue and powerful magic, I do not, then you'll love Pedro Irvy's kingdom-spanning tale. Immerse yourself in this adventure packed with mystery and action. Discover a vast and fascinating universe filled with lively, unique, entrancing characters. Decipher the enigma of the Lenians which reigned in the dawn of time, only to disappear without a trace. What happened to this lost civilization? What arcane mystery surrounds it? What's that word, Tremia? I have no idea. A continent on the brink of war. 3 kingdoms fighting to seize power over the great continent. They are experiencing palace intrigues, spying, treachery, murder, and relentless pursuits. Discover the sinister figure manipulating the fate of the continent from the shadows. Fantasy, steel, magic, and love. Live in an adventure filled with romance, all-out fighting, and the dumbest thing ever thought about. Yep, most of you probably won't understand why I'm reading that. But I've been seeing 111 lately, the last couple of days. I used to see it all the time. Way back when I was dirt to the fullest. I'd see it. And I heard not too long ago, someone said, and this could be just a wild, dumbass theory from someone who had no clue and was just making it up. I don't know. But I heard that when you see it, 111, it's because something big in your life is about to happen, right? Something monumental. And that's just, hearsay. I have no idea. But I do know that I've seen 111 and more than what I should have seen it. So if that if that happened to be true, that when you see 111, something big, some big life-changing event is about to take place. And I was just showed who those people are who have faces like steeds. And I see my pussy whipped cousin's name. And I go on down and I remember what we used to do. And I really don't have any regrets for him using me like that, because I had a blast, I'll tell you. So I probably, got more out of the deal than he did. And when we did get caught, it was his ass that was grass. And somehow it was never mine that got it, but that's weird. But anyways, and then I end up at this story called Marked, where it sounds an awful lot like what I've been doing, what's going on. And it's vague, but when you're hot on the trail like I am, you see those little similarities. And when they stack up in one little spot, chance is eliminated from the possibilities. And if that huge life-changing event happens, what can I do about it? What can you do about it? But what you can do is open your eyes, do your own research, be diligent, don't take no bullshit off of nobody, look hard for the truth, fight to live, don't kiss ass and ride a lie so you can kiss more ass of someone who could care less about your ass. You could die today and they would say, "Oh, Dottie died? Oh well. What's for lunch? What are we doing today?" Or maybe even, "Good riddance. I was sick of him anyways." De facto in the remnant. Who did he think he was? Talking about speaking in tongues. I go every Sunday and get slain in the spirit and laugh like a hyena. And it's very holy. And that's probably why he died. So good, it's a good riddance. Yeah, that's whose ass you'll be kissing. And, you really need to wonder about your situation, your position in this life, if you're not getting all that treatment towards you. And yeah, when I'm reading the Word of the Most High and I'm sitting here talking about truth, it might sound like nails on a chalkboard. It might. But that don't change the fact of what I'm saying. And in the scriptures, it says those who say what I'm saying will get the treatment that I'm getting. And if you ain't getting the treatment, you're the ones who are giving the treatment. That's why he says, they'll say, "Oh, what have we done to you? How have we forgotten about you?" We hold our hands high in the churches every Sunday under that steeple. Open up the door and see all the blind people. Give me all you got and a whole lot more. When I've gotten everything I've wanted, get the hell out the door. And I'll let you know that all those nice things that I did say occasionally, I never meant not one single thing. I only told you all that shit because just like that guy from Lord of the Rings, Schmeagles, his precious is what is going to kill him. or her? Is your precious what stops you from being bold and proclaiming the word of the Most High or His name or anything about Him? If you're afraid because you're embarrassed, or you'll sound like this or you'll sound like that, yeah, that's what you're sounding like. Yep. Someone who wasn't in love with Him enough and was embarrassed to even say anything about Him, because you know what your friends would say, and you can't have that because you guys are going shopping tomorrow, or you're going out clubbing, whatever. Have fun with them on the way down. And if you don't believe that's true, then you need to shut the hell up and stop giving everybody these misleading ideas about you. You're either in or you're out. You can't be lukewarm. If that's what you are, whether you know it or not, you're vomit in His mouth. And it makes you mad, don't it? It really does when I say things like that. Well, my Messiah said it, and I love it. I love what He says. Why do you think I always tell you His words are perfection? Perfection. If I was Him and you were lukewarm, you'd be vomit in my mouth too. And it'd be vomit in your mouth too. You don't want someone that you're using to be lukewarm. You want them to go hard in the paint for you and give you all they got till they got no more. Then, like I said earlier, get the hell out the door. Yep, I'm on the mic. And baby, Big D rocks the mic right. And if I can't have fun talking to a bunch of people who are going to talk shit about me, excluding a few who love me, as far as I can tell, then sue me. Call my lawyer and we'll settle this in civil court. Or we can just take it outside, one of the two. However you want to do it. But I'll step out on the limb again and guess that you'll just go behind my back and other people's back and just talk a whole bunch of shit like you always do. You never stand on your shit. You ain't about shit. You're going to go down with the rest of these people who are so proud they boast about bullshit. And they want you to think that they got all the shit. And they are the shit. They are. They are the shit. They're right. Don't argue with them. Let them know that you see it too. But if you're smart, you'll tell them to get the hell out your way. If you ain't gonna listen to anything you say, the words of the Most High and the Messiah are perfection. And anybody that's got a problem with it has a problem with it. And they do have a problem with it. And they're gonna have a serious problem with it when it all comes true. And they probably knew that it would come true, but what they desired and their lust was just a little more important. So, to each his own. Have fun, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Peace out, D's out.